going on, guys? Seth here for TLG, doing a TLG Reacts to the day before 10-minute gameplay that they just released recently. And yeah, we're going to watch through it. We're going to talk about what we see. Before we do that, though, I'm just going to let you know that this is a game that I have had interest in, but I am not super hyped on it because I think the dev has failed at trying to build up hype for this game. They don't give a lot of info on the game. They don't show a whole lot on the game, and the game being delayed not that long ago, a very substantial delay, doesn't offer much for me in terms of confidence with this game. And I know there's a whole group of people that have created this theory that the game's fake and doesn't exist, which I think is just ridiculous, just because we've seen assets to the game. The game didn't take pre-orders, so like the idea of them attempting to scam people with a fake game just doesn't make sense to me. I know there's the trademark issue, but that just seems incompetent to me. But the YouTubers milking the fake game narrative and people who are just angry about these guys not doing a good job on communication, kind of just creating this idea that the game doesn't exist. It just doesn't make sense. It's not a good theory. If the game is fake, I'm gonna laugh though, because like there's not really a whole lot of precedent to that. We don't get fake game situations very often. So the idea that people have just landed there and think that's what's happening here is insane. So it'd be really funny if it was fake, but I don't think it is. I never have. We're gonna watch this. We're gonna see the fake game and see how far it's come. I do hope this game will be good though. I don't have high hopes just because it seems like the development of the game has been a struggle for them, and yeah, I don't expect a whole lot from it. But if it's good, great. And if it's bad, whatever. There's plenty of survival games out there, and I would like another good one. But, if we don't get another one, we'll get one from somebody else at some point. So anyway, let's just jump into the gameplay and talk about it. All right, the day before. Let's hope it's decent. Okay, so we're running around a suburban environment. The character model is not as detailed as I would hope, but I've played a lot of indie survival games, so I don't have high expectations for that. But the world looks good. I think the city in the background looks really good. The environment looks really good. I now see why on Twitter everybody was talking about this girl's yoga pants. Very appropriate for the apocalypse. But she's working it. But yeah, very low textures on that character model. Kind of looks like if Fortnite was trying to be realistic looking, which is a weird thing to say. But I do really like the environment. I think the environment looks really good. It's detailed. Grass is lush. The backdrop is really good looking. Hopefully it's seamless. Like you can just run there. I don't know if this game's going to be like zones or not. It did just get dark almost instantly though, so hopefully that's like a transition they did just for this presentation. Okay, so we had some crafting. It looked like, what's all this? Oh, weapon attachments, okay. Oh, that's interesting. So it looks like we can make like Tylenol, bandages, stuff like that. Customizing your gun, which I think is awesome. I wasn't really expecting that. Gun model looks good. I actually love that you're going to be able to customize your guns. That's very cool. Kind of reminds me of like Call of Duty, the way they have it set up, which isn't a bad thing. It's just kind of like click on a category, attach things. The music's a little corny, but whatever. This is gonna be the whole 10 minutes of this. It's like, look, dude, it's gameplay. You guys want a gameplay? There it is. You can customize that gun. I always like the idea of an ACOG on a gun, but then when you're looking down it, it always looks weird in games. They always have like a weird reticle that I hate. And those squared ones, they're all boxed in. I hate the way those look. Like visually on the gun it looks cool, but looking down it looks like shit. Feels claustrophobic. You can't really see. Okay, so you're holding F to loot like drawers and stuff, and then within that you're gonna have a menu that you're moving items around. So that's pretty typical. A lot of survival games do that. It's a little dot floating around. Alright, we got zombies. Shooting looks decent. The enemies didn't really do anything. They just kind of stood there screaming while they got shot. So hopefully that's just like a presentation thing. Otherwise, if the enemies are that easy to kill, that's gonna suck. Because that was like, you know, you're max level in a game and you're just kind of running through, grinding, and you've fought all the enemies a million times, and you're just like, oh god, okay, get out of here, and just keep moving on. Like, I don't want the game to feel like that. I want it to feel more hardcore, more survival-esque. Fried crispy chicken. Good old FCC. Okay, so we got interiors. Obviously, we had the house. Now we got this restaurant. It's detailed. For what I said about the girl's character model being like whatever looking, I think the world actually does look really good. We got some kind of alarm system or lock that we're guessing a code for and just nailing. Looting a purse with F again. So yeah, you're just doing menu-based looting, it seems. I'm not really seeing any objects sitting on like tables or anything like that, which is not preferable, but I'll accept it. Like I said, I've played every single indie survival game, and my bar is not super high in terms of what I expect from them. So, and this does look visually better than most of them, so they do got that for them. But in terms of mechanics, nothing exciting yet. Definitely has a Division feel to it, though. Outside of not being a cover shooter. Looks like there's other interiors you can go in as well. I wonder how many places you'll be able to go inside of. Man, this would be so much work to do if this game wasn't real. I always wonder what the end game of that would be. Like, it's so stupid. Okay, so we got, are those zombies or humans? One of them's standing weird. Oh, they're definitely zombies. Why you guys sneaking, dude? The ones you guys killed earlier were like easy. They just went, wah, and then you kill them. You guys are really playing it up.
If you are outside, please find a shelter or another safe place. All citizens are strongly urged to remain calm.
It would be nice if there's some kind of visual indicator to tell there's something in there, though, because like the thing's transparent. You should be able to see the objects in there. All right, zombies, very easy. Granted, they are equipped with fully automatic weapons, so that would give you an edge. But you know, we haven't seen early on when they're running around, maybe with melee weapons, if that's a thing in the game or not. But they're definitely not selling the thrill of surviving the situation. It does seem kind of like they're just walking around environment shooting things, but they are showing that the world exists. So that is good. It's something. But with this game being delayed as far as it has been, but still coming out this year, allegedly, they need to work on the environment feeling like there's something going on in it. This seems really, like, I've said it like 4 times now. I think the environment visually looks great, right? But like there's like barely any zombies. And when you run into them, they're barely a threat, and there's nothing else going on. So I would want to play in this world, but what am I getting for doing that outside of just running around a city? Hopefully, with that delay, they're working on that. I would be worried if these guys put all their work and resources into making the game look as clean as it looks, but not putting enough time into features. Hopefully this isn't a game that releases bare bones, and then over time they like slowly roll out features to make it, acceptable. Like a year or two later, you're finally like, oh yeah, the day before I forgot about that game. Like, is it good? Oh yeah, dude, it's really good. Like they made it really good now, finally. I don't want to be one of those situations, so hopefully it's not. Are they all going to do that? Every time you initiate, like it's just like letting you know, like, all right, you've been spotted. You better defend yourself. I'm also thinking now that because it's a presentation, they're trying to show things off. They have like plenty of ammo, and maybe in certain situations, you just won't have the ammo to just be unloading on these guys as easily too. So, well, that was a very quick 10 minutes.
The day before, November 10th, 2023.
Oh my God, I haven't heard a voice like that in a long time. All right, so overall, I have some pretty mixed opinions on this game, but basically, I think this seems like a good beginning point and foundation for a game that could potentially be good. Now, saying that, if this was in early development, that'd be a compliment, but that this game was just delayed till later this year, allegedly, and was supposed to come out sooner, and it's looking like this in terms of features, mechanics, and combat, is a little worrying. So, as I said in my reaction, I think the world looks really good. They put the work in. They've made the world. It's detailed. It's cool looking. It sells it. And I like it. Character models are okay. They're not as good as I was hoping. They're kind of low textured, which is interesting. But, with other people playing on a server or you're playing with your friends or whatever, maybe it's for that. I don't know. Which would be cool to see some gameplay with people. I mean, we have this guy running around. I don't know if that's like another player or NPC or whatever, but yeah, the character models don't look great. But they don't look bad either. It's just like, it's kind of jarring because it looks so different from the rest of the world. But yeah, that's kind of where a lot of that ends because we didn't see a whole lot. So zombies stand around or patrol around, and then when they see you, they just stand there and scream, and then they run straight at you. It'd be cool to see some variations of how these encounters differ, and we didn't see that at all. It was the exact same scenario every single time. And of course, they are well equipped. They got their fully automatic weapons, so they're able to take these guys out. But they didn't sell gameplay to me. They just kind of showed me that this is the world you'll explore. And it looks pretty cool, but it doesn't look that fun, which is kind of concerning because this game should be for me. I love survival games. I love zombie games. I love multiplayer games. I like games where you got to run around, scavenge, and loot. And so this game is a game that's being made for me for sure. But it kind of feels like it doesn't have any ideas, anything that's going to wow you or go like, this is the reason you should be playing our survival game as opposed to other ones. I think the best argument they have for that is that their game is the cleanest looking one. And, so far, a lot of survival games don't look that great. And it seems to run good. Some survival games have like weird systems and clunky menus and things don't work as smooth as they should. This seems to be able to do all of that in a polished way. It looks polished to me, but it's also minimal. It's like you walk up, you hold F, you search stuff, you move things from menu to menu. I'm not opposed to that, but it's not exciting. And then the combat doesn't seem dangerous, doesn't seem stressful, doesn't seem fun, because you're just kind of like going, well, those guys eventually will come over and kill me, so I should probably shoot them and make sure they don't do that, and move on to holding F on more things to find more things. So I'd like to see some more from the gameplay. I'd like to see some mechanics, some things that make you want to play this game, because there is 100% potential with this game. If they can make the gameplay something more exciting, they have already done the work on the world, the menus, the polish. I mean, everything's there. It's just, I'm not seeing a reason to want to explore these streets outside of, curiosity of what items you're going to find, which there's a bunch of games already offer that. So overall, I will likely, if this is the game, I will likely pick it up because it seems like a game I would play. But I hope they can add something to it. I hope they can, or at least release another trailer for the game showing off something that's going to be, really cool, because there's a lot of potential here. This game could be really good, and maybe they're just not showcasing it well enough. But yeah, I definitely think the game's real. I definitely think it's going to release. I don't know what state it's going to release in, good or bad. But I think it's a real game, and I think there is potential for me wanting to play it, and I think it could be really good or very lackluster and a game you forget about. The only problem is this game's been built up so much at this point that if they do not release a game that people love, they're over. They're not gonna last, because people are gonna tear them apart, because people want this game to be fake, or they want this game to suck. They want it to fail because they're upset with the dev. So, but I know there's a lot of people who want this game to be good as well. I talk to them all the time. People are always saying that they're really excited for it. They're worried about it, but they really want to play it. I'm in that camp as well. I want to play this. I want it to be good. I want all games to be good. I don't want games to fail. So, between the delays, the trademark problems, the dev being weird about the game, it's all concerning. So, these are all signs to me that development for this game has not been smooth, and we might get a lesser product because seemingly whoever's running this is incompetent to a certain degree. But I hope to be wrong. I hope the game's awesome. And I hope I play it and go, whoo, okay, that game's fucking sick. But time will tell. We'll find out. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about the day before? What do you think about the 10 minutes we saw? Is there something you noticed here that I didn't talk about? And any concerns you have, let me know. If you still think the game's fake, make the case. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm curious about where people are at when it comes to that theory. And if you're excited about this game, let me know why. And yeah, let me know everything you're thinking in the comments below. Stay tuned. We're going to have a game of the month coming out very soon. It's delayed a bit because I had to delay something myself because I've been on vacation. So I just haven't been able to film yet, but we'll be talking about Solasta here very soon. Stay tuned for that. But until then, have a good one, guys, and take it easy.